This one's wife. You're a liar. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. It won't come as a surprise for you to learn that this one's wife is being accused of being a liar. After all, many of you listening will have reached this conclusion a long time ago. Narcissists are habitual liars. This is because the narcissist will do whatever is needed to pursue the prime aims, and as a consequence of the fact that the narcissism causes them to see the world in a particular way, whereby their lies are their truth. The unaware narcissist sees the world through a distortion field, which causes them to revise history, to cause people to be gaslighted by these changes in the recall of events. This is done because it serves the purposes of the narcissist. Unfettered by a sense of guilt or conscience, the narcissist is free to tell lies, and can do so moment by moment. The football was black. Actually, it was white. It was orange. I never said that it was black or white. And it's said with a straight face because of the compartmentalization function of the narcissism that causes the narcissist's memory to shift and alter as is required for the purposes of the issuing of these lies. The narcissist doesn't always lie, as I've explained in my fundamental video, The Truth, the Half-Truth, and Nowhere Near the Truth. There'll be instances where the narcissist will use the truth as you understand it to be. For instance, I tell you the truth about narcissism and psychopathy because it's beneficial to me to do so as part of the creation and extension of my legacy. This one's wife has very little about her. A boring past, a past parts of which she wants to keep hidden, a lack of talent and charisma. And therefore, in the circumstances, what this then means is that her narcissism causes her to tell lies. She tells lies to make herself sound better than she actually is. She's reinvented her history on numerous occasions, often contradicting herself. She tells lies to reject threats to control by denying that she's done anything wrong. She tells lies to smear other people as part of the indirect assertion of control. And time again, she has been caught out with those lies. They've been exposed. Not that she cares, because she's already moved on. Put it to her that she's lying, and she simply deny it, because that's the first line of the twin lines of the narcissistic defense. But who is it that's calling her out this time? And might it have any further impact upon this one's wife? As reported by Juliet Conway in the Daily Mail, comedian Catherine Ryan has publicly laid into this one's wife, who she previously defended in the wake of her much derided Netflix series, With Love, Meghan. Accordingly, there is a gathering pace, is there not, amongst many people who hitherto have been supportive of her. Only yesterday I mentioned in a video about one journalist who recognised that this one's wife had been the subject of an unpleasant campaign by the media against her, but notwithstanding that, still formed the very firm view that her new show was narcissistic, useless, and self-indulgent. Plenty of people are now seeing more and more of this one's wife's behaviour, so that they realise, I might hitherto have defended her, but now I'm being asked to defend the indefensible. Why is this happening? Because of the overexposure of this one's wife. The overexposure of her lack of talent, which is demonstrated through this programme. The overexposure of her self-absorbed nature through this programme. And also, as I told you from day one, her return to Instagram and repeated use of it is simply going to expose her shortcomings all the more, and she can't help herself but keep using it. And thus, those people that gave her the benefit of the doubt are now starting to see what she's truly like. Ryan explains, I liked this one's wife. I was rooting for this one's wife. Though she is very Hollywood, even for me, and I don't like that in people. I see now, and maybe it's just the projects she's choosing, it does feel like she has lied about whether she knew who Prince Harry was, and these details about her childhood change and don't add up. Here we see the classic give the narcissist enough rope and they will hang themselves. I have advised thousands of people dealing with narcissists in consultation. And time again, they've come to me worried, stressed, bamboozled, upset. And I have enabled them to achieve successful outcomes by applying logic, utilizing the appropriate no-contact mechanisms, and most of all, in suitable instances, ensuring the gathering of evidence, allowing enough time to pass, because the narcissist will always, when it comes to lesser and mid-range narcissists, always expose themselves to contradictory behavior, unpleasantness, cracks in the facade where they operate a facade, so that over time people get to see what's really going on. In the instant, many people give the narcissist the benefit of the doubt when there's some poor behavior. They're tired, they're stressed, they've got problems at work. Everybody can have a bad day. But when you start to see it happening again and again and again, and also when you start to realize that what they said 3 weeks ago doesn't stack up to what they're saying now, and that's the 5th time that they've done this, the picture becomes much clearer. And so it would seem to be the case for Catherine Ryan. Ryan defended the former actress in 2022, commenting on her position in the royal family. I love this one's wife's voice and her confidence to challenge the norm and what's expected of her in that role. However, speaking on her latest episode of her podcast, Telling Everybody Ever a Thing, Ryan added, she said on her new Netflix show that they ate TV dinners growing up. But then in an old interview, she was like, we would eat farm fresh. Her whole act seems to be very manicured and very forced. Indeed. Of course it is. Because all that matters to this one's wife is the assertion of control in the moment. And that means that if in this moment it suits her narcissism to say, oh, I grew up on TV meals, and then on another occasion for her to say, I grew up eating farm fresh, she doesn't recall, and her narcissism doesn't care, that she has just contradicted herself. Because the narcissism causes her to only care about what's going on in the moment. It might be the case that one is a lie and the other is the truth. It could be that both are lies. They can't both be the truth. The fact is that this one's wife regularly engages in this behavior, and all you have to do is wait, and you will find her contradicting herself, telling lies and revising history. In her brutal takedown of this one's wife, Ryan said, I've known a lot of Hollywood people. They're not bad people. I don't think she's a bad person. But I think she likes cozying up to celebrities, and she wants the $100 million deal, and she likes the fact that she's married to a prince. Of course, but I would rather someone lean into that and be like, oh my God, I used to be on Suits and now I'm married to a prince. I would rather that than this act of, oh, I'm just so humble. She explained she found this one's wife's flower sprinkles particularly galling. I've seen this. I've seen it from chefs. They like to put wild flowers on a meal, and I'm not about it. I also don't think it constitutes an entire cooking show. She added, people are hate watching it, though. Who knows what Netflix are doing? They are smart. Whether they love something or hate something, whatever keeps them watching more episodes. If this was Netflix's intention, to be like, let's throw this one's wife under the bus, where even people who really like her are turning, not against her, but she doesn't seem to be the kind of gal I would want to be friends with, it's too manicured. It's too beige. Ryan adds of this one's wife's decision to change her surname to Sussex, I think less of women who change their name anyway to match their husband's name, unless you've had a chat about it, unless you've approached that decision with equality. Let's be honest about why you're choosing Sussex. It's a way to hang on to the Duchess of Sussex. Another person that's calling out this one's wife, and naturally this becomes picked up in a national newspaper. Someone who hitherto supported her is now seeing that she has this fake humility, tells lies, and is clinging onto the name because it's important to her for hierarchical purposes. Once again, this one's wife has been called out as a liar, and more people are seeing it. This is the collateral consequences of the narcissist at work once again. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.